All I probably won't like me. I don't give a fuck.
Cold-blooded, I'm in love with the hate. Every day I'm trying to get it, trying to fill my plate, It stay laced over everything. So these niggas hating everything. I woke up this morning with a plan to get a million, so I called my brother down like, my nigga, let's get it. So we did it. It stay laced over everything. So these niggas hating everything. Fly clothes, fly kicks, we be on that fly shit. Plus Louis got the bag, so you know they on that hot shit. Come try this, this'll get you where you going. That KS all black, got your baby mama hoeing. Got that bukkake for your BM. Laces with the 3M, niggas say cause they can't beat them, nor see them. Cause we on a different level, in a different bed, six still dancing with the devil, Cold-blooded, I'm in love with the hate. Every day I'm trying to get it, trying to fill my plate, It stay laced over everything. So these niggas hating everything. Cold-blooded, I'm in love with the hate. Every day I'm trying to get it.
What's poppin', y'all? It's Pretti Pebbles, rockin' with Stay Laced at SP Detroit. I'm here with my homeboy Juan Neal from Loose Cannon Brand. What's poppin', Juan?
What's good?
Alright, so let us know about Loose Cannon Brand.
Loose Cannon Brand was founded in 2013. It started off with a couple shirts and it's basically grown into my first ever flagship.
Okay. Now what's a flagship for people who don't know?
A flagship is where a store literally only sells that brand. They don't sell any other brands. Now, the one thing that is different about my flagship is I do help people. So if somebody has a brand they're starting up and it's something that's catchy, I will actually help them out and I will put a couple shirts in there, but it won't be an in-house brand. Loose Cannon is the only in-house brand that is sold throughout here.
Okay, that's dope. So let us know how to live the Loose Cannon Brand lifestyle.
The Loose Cannon lifestyle is basically a lifestyle where you don't listen to nobody's rules. You don't care what they say. Just because you're 40 don't mean you wear a suit. Just because you're pretty don't mean that you have to bend down for nobody. Pause it. Basically, you get to live your own rules. You get to do what you want to do. You don't have to basically bend the rules for anybody. You make the rules.
Okay. Now going back to what you said, it's an in-house type of clothing brand, right? I see you got multiple different designs. I mean, you got Golden Bones, you got Land of the Free, Do or Die, I'm Home. So how do you come up with these designs and these names, and how does everything come together?
The truth is, I'm an insomniac and I'll just be up till like 3, 4 in the morning and I'll call Don and Don won't answer the phone and I'll just leave a message like, yo Don, I got a new design for you, and he'll lay stuff out. But like most of the designs I knock out, but the ones I can't, you know what I'm saying, my man's Don from Stay Laced, he actually helps me out a lot with my brand. But a lot of names just come from just everyday stuff, you know what I'm saying, like the Land of the Free jacket is just basically wanting to reverse the flag, you know what I'm saying. I feel like even though, you know what I'm saying, Sister Sojourner Truth was the one that made the flag wasn't made for us. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. So I wanted to make the Land of the Free flag for us, our own flag, our own freedom. So, you know what I'm saying, I basically reversed the flag, you know what I'm saying. I put the stars where the stripes would be, and I put the stripes where the stars would be. Golden Bones just came from my favorite pimp in the whole world, Goldie, you know, and one of my favorite people to be betrayed, Caesar. So, you know what I'm saying, I just basically put those together, called Don like 2 in the morning, like, man, what if we took a skull and just gave him one gold tooth and we gave him Caesar's wreath? You know what I'm saying, if we threw a laurel wreath on Caesar, then, you know what I'm saying, like, what would that look like? And then Don would just always say to me like, man, you just crazy, man, where you get this stuff from, fam? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like most of the names just come from just being up all night and just thinking on it. Usually the name just automatically comes with design.
I feel that. Now talking about the name and the design, the ones me and you currently rocking, the I'm Home ones, I know that don't mean a lot to you. So tell me more about the I'm Home collection.
Basically what I'm Home is everybody's not from Detroit. Everybody's not from the metropolitan area. There's people that are in the Upper Peninsula. There's people in Traverse City. There's people in Jackson. There's people everywhere, and everybody's not about to buy a Detroit t-shirt per se. And honestly, like, who's to say that somebody's city is different from another person's city? You know, everybody grows up in a certain city in Michigan, and they have their home tales. You know, they have the things that they love, whether it be their teachers, favorite restaurant, or whatever. So I just feel like as long as you're from Michigan, no matter where you're from, you're home.
I feel that. Now, with everything coming together, I mean, you got the jackets, you got the t-shirts, you got the shorts, you got the shoes. How did everything initially get started?
I was working at UPS at the time, and I wanted more. I didn't want to work for somebody my whole life. And I originally worked for a sneaker boutique, and I was working for a couple clothing brands, but I was making them money. I wasn't making me any money. And of course, if you work for somebody, they say what you get paid. You don't get to say what you get paid. And it's only a certain level that you can reach within people's companies. And I wanted to reach my peak. And I felt like my peak was infinity. I don't have a level that you can reach. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to the moon and then go past that. So while I was working at UPS and I was working at the sneaker boutique and I was, you know what I'm saying, a rep for a couple clothing brands, I started kind of like taking the structure of how UPS is ran as a corporate brand, and the clothing brand that I interned for them, I wanted to see the mistakes they made, so hopefully I didn't make those mistakes. And then the sneaker boutique, I wanted to learn how to stock shoes and things like that. And I made my first 2 shirts, which was my flagship t-shirt, which I still sell. And then I made an athletic club t-shirt because I was really into fitness. You can't tell now. It's a baller belly. But those are like my first 2 t-shirts, and I was trapping out of UPS. I was trapping out the trunk. I would go down to, where would I go? I would go to Bob's Classic Kicks. I would go to Burn Rubber. I would go to like all these places, and like I looked up to the J's and the Rose of the world because it was black owned. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was their boss. They were their own boss. They got to make it when they would open up the store, when they would close the store, what they would design, what they would buy, whatever. And I wanted that. So every year I just made sure I got close enough. And last year, literally the day of my grand opening this year, which is April 16th, 2015, I was actually fired from my job. So it was like my back was to the wall. I was like, what do you do? And I just literally expanded my brand and made, instead of like them 2-3 designs a month, I made like literally 16 designs. My guy Doug from Complex actually gave me my first space. And since September of last year, like Loose Cannon has been strictly his own brand. And I opened the store April 16, 2016, and I haven't looked back. Thank you, lady.
You're very welcome. So, with the whole Loose Cannon thing, I know I went to you guys' website and I read some things. So, Loose Cannon used to be your nickname?
Yeah, it was my nickname.
How did you get that?
I was a savage beast. Like I used to just like fly off the handle. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't play no games with anybody. Like I looked like a R&B singer, but on the inside, it was like a DMX type cat. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I was like Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just look okay.
Yeah, maybe. Minus the drugs. But no, seriously, like I just used to have like this bad temperament. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just wild out all the time. And like my man's Marv won one time when I was still blogging or whatever. I guess I had rubbed like a couple like underground artists the wrong way. Like basically like not saying in a nice way I didn't like their music. Because back in the day I was blogging for music, clothes, all of that stuff. So Marv hit me up, and Marv was like, it doesn't matter how tough you seem or how tough you act. Like if somebody want to touch you, they gonna touch you. Like it doesn't matter, like, you know what I'm saying, about the hands or if you carry a gun or whatever. Like if somebody wants you, like none of that stuff matters. And we all know that. Like we know some of the toughest cats and they all falling because, you know what I'm saying, at some point you gotta go to sleep. Which is real spit, which means your guard is down. And when your guard is down and you at the safest point of your life where you think it is, something can happen to you. And when Marv said that, it stuck to me. And from there, that's when I started kind of doing like more positive stuff. And I would reach out to people more and I would help people more instead of hindering people. Because I used to feel like I had the power to end people from doing something good. And I feel like it might have been blocking my blessings because I was being an evil bastard. So I ended up like deleting that and turn that around to where, you know, if it was just one of those things, if we cross paths with each other and it was something that was negative, I just wouldn't talk to you. Like I wouldn't do something stupid like, you know, try to embarrass you on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. I was just kind of dead it, minus what I would do back in the past. But what I try to do now is take something negative as loose cannon, because a lot of times loose cannon is just a negative, you know, meaning. And I wanted to take loose cannon and make it something positive where we just don't follow no rules. Who says that we're not supposed to help each other? Or who says that we're supposed to walk in a straight line? Or you're supposed to do these things to get to the top? That you're supposed to go to school and get a degree and go, you know what I'm saying, thousands and thousands of dollars in the debt just to become something. You know, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to do all these things to become a boss, to become a leader. Like it helps you out. You know what I'm saying? You learn certain things, but who's to say that you're bound for college, or who's to say that you're bound for the suit? You should be able to do what you want to do and how you want to do it. Russell Simmons ain't never wore a suit in his life. That man sitting on millions doing his yoga and cursing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to take something as negative as loose cannon sound and something as negative as I was and turn it into a positive. And that's basically what I did with loose cannon. Thank you, ladies.
You're very welcome. And talk about your logo too. I know you said your brother helped you with the logo, right?
Yeah, the original logo was a young boy pulling the cannon and the cannonball shooting out of it. That was designed after my brother, Cool Gray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the shoe plug. And I ended up like developing it because one of my favorite brands is Lacoste. And it's like literally the most simple brand. It's just a gator on the shirt. Every shirt is a gator on the shirt. And I had to own that. I had to get a piece of that. So why not every shirt just has a little cannon on the shirt? So I went back and I developed just the cannon. It just has the stars. And there is a cannon without the stars as well. But I wanted to develop something that was simple because everybody isn't going to want a skull with Caesar's wreath on his head, or everybody isn't gonna want a Detroit Tigers t-shirt or a reverse flag or whatever, but somebody might like something as simple as a cannon. Like, who doesn't have a loose cannon in them? I took over the show. I'm asking the questions now.
But yeah. You're right. All of us got a little bit in them.
Yeah, everybody's got a little loose cannon in them.
You're right.
So, you know, with that, you know what I'm saying, what's wrong with a little cannon on the shirt or whatever? So like most of my designs aren't clearly my logos. It might just be something I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, my Red Wings 11 Stanley Cup, you know what I'm saying? Or the I'm Home joint is a main staple. The Tigers, which, you know, they're losing right now, but they probably gonna pull it around, whatever. You know, but you know, you got like the teams that I love, but then you got the main logos, like the Golden Bones is the main logo. The Detroit Do or Die whole collection is my joints, you know what I'm saying? But like the cannon, I feel like the cannon and the original loose cannon logo represent who I am.
Now tell us about the stars on it. I know you were telling me about the stars. It's one of the cannons, and then it's the blank cannon. So what is the stars indicate?
Originally, my OG, my grandfather Charlie nearly passed away in, I want to say 2009. That sounds crazy, it's been a long time. But on his deathbed, like he had lost his memory, but he could remember me. And so he was telling me about this journey he went through when he kind of like went under in a coma for a long time. He was talking about the Flash and the stars, and he was talking about when the water fills up and the flash comes, it's over. Which he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, going to the gates, so to speak, or whatever. So I basically took that and my tattoo, which of course I won't show y'all. I don't show all my skin on the first day. But I basically took my tattoo and I put the stars and I put the water going up and I put the sun having, you know what I'm saying, the flash coming down on the tattoo or whatever. But I wanted to make sure I put the stars in my logo. Like, I mean, I always want to make sure I acknowledge my grandfather, because without him and his tough love and, you know what I'm saying, he was like GQ before the magazine. I want to make sure I put all of that into my brand and all of my effort into that. So, you know, everything I do, you know what I'm saying, like represents my OG.
I like that. I like that. You always gotta keep your grandparents in mind. Always.
Yeah.
Remember that. So also I know that y'all helped found the Michigan sneaker exchange, right?
Yeah. Me, Jake, Drew, Sloth, we all founded what is the Michigan Sneaker Exchange. Man, we've been doing that, I want to say, since 2014. We basically throw the biggest sneaker swap in Michigan, period, next to when SneakerCon came to Michigan, which that actually helped us out, because SneakerCon kind of solidified that Michigan is a sneaker state. So, you know what I'm saying, we kind of have been like paving the way, throwing these swaps. They was all hits, like, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, you know, because other people were trying to do what we were doing, they would kind of be a miss, and that would make people that were living out of state not want to come to our swap, because the other swaps were fails. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, basically like imitation steaks, you know what I'm saying? Them steakums that's in the freezer, where you throw them on the grill and they kind of shrivel up, and it's just not the same.
Steak, yeah.
It's not the real, you know what I'm saying, steak pita. Yeah, we steak pita.
It's a pretend.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we were that real steak pita with the Swiss, you know, a little lettuce, you know what I'm saying, some ranch. That was us. But we basically, every time we throw the swap, it's anywhere from like 800 to 1,200 people that come out. We have all these collectors that come from all across the United States, from, you know, one of my favorite states, you know what I'm saying, Missouri, the city, St. Louis. That's where my great grandfather's from. New York. We've had people come from California. We've had a few people come from Texas. Like, you name it, basically we almost had them. Not New Mexico or whatever, but I still love New Mexico State. They got a good basketball program. But basically, like, they come through, we rent out Kobo, all these people, they bring their collections. I take my clothing brand and some of the shoes, and we sell them there. Oh, and my cannon cookies, which you have one. But we just basically take pride in making sure that people know that we do this. Like, this isn't something fake. There isn't just a couple shoes. Like, we probably got a few collectors that might be better than your collectors. You know what I'm saying? But we wanted to shine a light on that and make it a positive thing and a safe thing, where people can bring their shoes and trade their shoes and sell their shoes without feeling unsafe. You know, because I know a lot of times, like, a lot of crime is built around sneakers, where people do meetups, and, you know, it kind of be a cheap ploy to try and rob them, you know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that at least 2 to 3 times a year you have a safe forum for you to bring your most high-end sneakers and be able to buy, sell, and trade your sneakers, and be able to walk out of there with a smile on your face and just feeling like you lived something epic.
So, do y'all have one coming up soon? Or
we have one coming up late June, early July. We haven't really picked a date, but we are working on that. My young boy Jake, he just texted me. He's in New York eating big pieces of pizza. I'm jealous of it. You know, so I think he's in Brooklyn or something like that. Yeah. What up, Jay-Z? But yo, don't drink lemonade either. But yeah, he's in New York, but he's been texting me, and he's been we've been trying to figure out a date. So once we figure out a date, I'll definitely let y'all know.
Yeah. So the next time, I'm definitely gonna have to go to one. For sure. The next one, June, July.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wear that shirt though.
This one?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Can I borrow something too?
Yeah, of course. That's yours to keep though. That's you.
Is that me?
Yep.
Okay. So y'all gonna see me with this on my Instagram. Make sure y'all follow that at Pretti_Pebbles, PRETTII_Pebbles. You can also follow us at Stay Laced, It's at _stay_lace. Don't forget at SP Detroit. And then where can they find you in Loose Cannon?
Loose Cannon brand on Instagram. And you can look us up, Loose Cannon Lifestyle on Facebook. We're on there. If you say something, I'll follow you back. But if you private and you don't say nothing at all, that kind of wears me out and you won't get a follow.
Don't forget, you got your website too.
I do. ShopLCLS.com. That's where all my shoes and all my apparel is.
Don't forget y'all. And all these. Come through. He got the spot. Where is the spot? Because this is dope. This is really nice. You got to tell them where they can find you at here.
We're in downtown Ferndale. The address is 195 West 9 Mile. The suite is B2. The zip for Ferndale is 48220.
Yes, y'all. Come cop some stuff. Real good. I think I'm going to need to get me some of them golden bones. And then I definitely want one of them legendary jerseys. We don't have to know that.
I take credit cards too.
Y'all hear that? Because that's all I got right now. I ain't got no cash. But y'all already know it's your girl, Pretty Pebbles. I'm here with Juan Neal. Loose Cannon brand. You already know it's Stay Laced and SP Detroit. We'll see y'all next time.
Stay laced over everything. So these niggas hating everything. Cold blooded, I'm in love with the hate. Every day I'm trying to get